Before bedtime tonight, let's picture something bright and beautiful. Imagine standing quietly beside a peaceful lake at sunset. The water is still like a mirror. The sky is painted with soft oranges and pinks. And suddenly, the lake seems to glow. But it's not the sky, it's the birds. Tall, graceful birds with long legs and curved necks step gently through the water, their feathers shining like living sunset clouds. There are so many of them together that they look like one moving painting. Now here is the surprising part. A group of flamingos is not just called a group. It is called a flamboyance. A flamboyance. Tonight we are going on a calm and colorful bedtime journey to discover why flamingos are called a flamboyance, how these birds live together, and what their gentle, graceful world can teach us about belonging, beauty, and being ourselves. So get comfortable, let your breathing slow, and imagine the lake growing quiet as our story begins. Early in the morning, before the sun is fully awake, flamingos stand in shallow water. Some rest on one leg, their heads tucked softly into their feathers. Others slowly move through the water, stirring the mud beneath their feet. Flamingos are not in a hurry. They move carefully, as if they are dancing without music. When flamingos gather together, they do not stand in messy crowds. They stay close, but not too close. They turn, step, and pause as if they all understand the same silent rhythm. This is what makes a group of flamingos so special. When many flamingos stand together, their pink feathers blend into waves of color. Light reflects off their bodies, and the whole group seems to glow. People long ago noticed how dramatic and beautiful this sight was. They searched for a word that could describe it, and they chose the perfect one. Flamboyance. The word flamboyance means bright, bold, and full of color. It means standing out in a joyful way. And flamingos do exactly that, without trying at all. But flamingos are not born pink. This is another surprise. Baby flamingos are born gray or white with soft, fluffy feathers. They look gentle and shy, nothing like the bright birds they will become. As flamingos grow, they eat tiny plants and small creatures from the water. These foods contain natural colors that slowly change their feathers from pale gray to soft pink, and sometimes to deep coral. Their color grows over time, just like confidence. And when many grown flamingos stand together, their colors shine even brighter. One pink bird is lovely, but many pink birds together create something magical. That is when a group truly becomes a flamboyance. Flamingos do many things together. They eat together, they rest together, they move together. Sometimes, hundreds or even thousands of flamingos gather in one place. When they walk, they lift their feet in almost the same way, step by step, like a slow-moving dance. Scientists believe flamingos move together to stay safe. When many birds stand as one, it is harder for danger to sneak close. The group watches out for itself, but there is more than safety in a flamboyance. There is comfort. Imagine being in a room full of people who move gently, speak softly, and understand you without words. That is how flamingos feel when they are together. They belong. Now imagine this. One flamingo standing alone in the water. Then another joins it, then another, and another. Slowly, the lake fills with pink reflections. This is how a flamboyance forms. Not suddenly, not loudly, but gently. Each flamingo adds to the beauty simply by being there. Flamingos also raise their babies together. When it is time to build nests, flamingos gather mud and shape it into small mounds near the water. On top of these nests, they carefully lay their eggs. When a baby flamingo hatches, it is fluffy and gray, with wobbly legs and curious eyes. The parents take turns caring for it, feeding it special food and keeping it safe. Sometimes, many baby flamingos gather together in small groups, watched over by adults. It is like a quiet flamingo nursery. Even the babies learn early that being together is part of who they are. You might wonder why flamingos stand on one leg so often. No one knows for sure, but scientists think it helps them rest while staying balanced. Standing on one leg may keep their bodies warm and relaxed. Flamingos know how to be still. In a world that often feels fast and noisy, flamingos move slowly. They pause, they wait, they rest. And when they stand together, their stillness feels peaceful instead of lonely. That is another reason the word flamboyance fits so well. It is not just about bright colors. It is about quiet confidence. Let's imagine the flamboyance at sunset. The sky turns orange and purple. The water reflects the colors back upward. Flamingos slowly settle in, tucking their heads into their feathers. The flamboyance becomes calm. Even when they are quiet, the group feels full. No one flamingo needs to shine brighter than the others. Together, they create something beautiful. Now let's think about what flamingos might teach us tonight. You do not have to be loud to be noticed. You do not have to rush to belong. You do not have to change who you are to fit in. Flamingos do not try to be colorful. They simply live their lives, and their color appears naturally. They do not try to stand out. They stand together. A flamboyance is beautiful because every flamingo is different, yet all belong to the same group. As bedtime grows closer, imagine the flamingos settling down for the night. The lake grows quiet. The stars appear one by one above the water. The flamboyance rests. Pink feathers soften in the moonlight. Long legs fold gently. The world feels calm and safe. And here is the gentle lesson flamingos leave with us. Being part of something does not mean losing yourself. It means adding who you are to the world. You do not have to shine alone. You can shine together, just like a flamboyance of flamingos. Now close your eyes and imagine soft pink reflections drifting through your dreams. The lake is still. The birds are resting. Everything is peaceful. Sleep well, little dreamer.